The really great thing about the graduate scheme is that when you start, there are about 12 of us who'd come in across all the different functions. I came in as an engineering grad, but you've got finance, you've got marketing, you've got sales, and you all get put together for the first week of the business together. So you get to learn about the business, you learn about the different sites, you go off and you visit everything. And you spend a lot of time together really bonding about what you've done in the past, where you've come from, what your roles are going to be. And that week is brilliant because when you then spread off around the company and you work in your different functions, you've still got that network of people who you met in the first week.
My first role was actually as a production planner, planning the tablets in the Bourneville factory.
I joined the business on the finance graduate scheme, and I did a few roles in the sort of pure finance function. I'm actually in supply chain at the moment.
I'm from a technical background, but joining on the graduate scheme allowed me to try some other roles to really find where I'm best fitted, what I enjoy most, and what stretches me to help me learn about myself.
I think the first year is all about learning and understanding the business and kind of getting to grips with things, and your second and third year really push you.
I've moved to 3 different locations and worked within 3 different teams in 3 years.
I actually moved into the factory as a team leader, actually making the stuff, which was a bit of a dream. So Cadbury Dairy Milk was always my favourite chocolate.
My first role on the supply chain grad scheme was within demand planning, where I was responsible for coffee and hot chocolate forecasting.
I didn't think I was going to be a people manager, I think, when I started 3 years ago, but now I am, and sort of leading a team. I was leading a team of 9 people, now 5, and so it's quite a brilliant experience that I never believed I had.
I'm now in research and development, which is where I think I can bring myself to my full potential.
I've just moved roles to business development in Banbury, where I'm a project leader. I'm responsible for MPD launches, such as anything to do with Kenko.
I decided to switch completely from supply chain and go into marketing services. So at the moment I'm working in consumer insights for the MEU team on innovation projects.
My last role in the graduate scheme was as Procurement Innovation Manager for chocolate for Europe for Mondelez. So not just working with Cadbury, but working with Milka, working with Toblerone. It's been fantastic. I've been able to see a whole different function. I get to work really closely with marketing now. I've still got my R&D links. And I've now, coming off the scheme, I've moved into this role permanently, but looking after global projects as well as EU.
You get a really fast-paced introduction to the company as a whole, and I think I've got a really good overview, not only of the people, but of the processes in the different teams, which is invaluable.
It means that when you come off the scheme, you've got such an array of knowledge of the business and how different departments function, and you really can make a tangible difference.
I've been given a lot of responsibility and accountability and got to work on some big projects as well.
I would say the ownership that you're given, it's been really good on the graduate scheme.
They're real jobs, they're not jobs that are set up to kind of learn and observe. You really get stuck in at the deep end, which is invaluable for our experience.
How many companies can you move between supply chain, sales, marketing, all these different functions, and have the great brands that we have to work with as well? I fell out of my comfort zone quite a lot of times, but I think it's in a healthy way. And I look back at the last year and I just think the achievements I had there are really amazing, and I'm really glad that I was pushed to that level.
We are kind of like a small graduate community, and we're all friends outside of work and go for drinks and food as well.
And we go on holiday together 2 or 3 times a year, and we go skiing every year, which we just booked yesterday, which I'm so excited about. I think as well, our grad scheme, it just sounds so much more fun than everyone else's.